everybody. Welcome back. This is my podcast number 3. This is the second time I've recorded this because I edited it, put it all in iMovie, didn't have any space to upload it, deleted it from my camera roll thinking it would stay in iMovie, and it didn't. So I'm going to do this again. So, hi, my name's Stacey. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Staceyjlew. It's a bit miserable here today, so I'm sorry the light isn't very good, but hopefully you'll be able to see everything all right. I want to say a big thank you to all my new subscribers, everyone who liked, watched, commented on my previous videos. It's really lovely to see all these people are there to watch me, so, and to say hi, and just it's really nice to engage with people, I think, and share something you're passionate about. So that's really nice. Today is the Saturday the 24th of October. It's half term. Yay! I love half term. I work in a school, so it's really nice to have half term off and have a break. I can't believe it's nearly November. I know in the last podcast I was, where has September gone? And now it's, where's October gone? It's crazy, it's going so fast. It's been a really, really slow year, and then this last half has just whizzed by, absolutely whizzed by. I've done about half of my Christmas shopping now, and I have a list of what I want to get for the other half. So it's just a case of slowly chipping away, bit by bit, until I've got it all. And then I like to wrap everything really close to Christmas on some Christmas music and some mulled wine, and sit and do all of that. So it's getting excited. I have some finished objects to show you today, a few whips, a couple of acquisitions, and then at the end, a bit of chatter. So let's start. First finished object I'm going to show you is my Ryelite Socks. These are my Christmas socks for one of my little girls, for her one of her Christmas presents. They're in the yarn sparkly. I love sparkly. There's the sparkly yarn called Fairy Light Sparkle by West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's a really easy pattern. The Ryelite Socks by Tin Can Knits, and you purl across the front, you knit either side, and you knit the back. So it's really great television knitting, and I have two, which counts as the finished pair. I've sewn in all my ends, so they're ready for Christmas. One present down, I can tick that one off my list. Yes, feeling quite achieved there. I can tick something off my list. Okay, next finished object. I'm calling it a finished object. It's not something I made, but it's something I did something to. It's basically the bag. So on my Instagram, I bought some Hobbycraft. Did I do it on my last podcast? I can't remember. I bought some plain bags off of Hobbycraft, shop here in the UK. It was less than £6 a bag, so it's really good value for a plain project bag. And I thought I'd dye it up. So I'll show you the result. So this is the bag. The bag itself is lovely. It's really big, as you can see, like next to my head. Really big. It's got drawstring. It's got a little handle on the side. Inside it's got, so there's a big pocket there with like rings on that you can attach, put your yarn through or whatever. And then on this side there's 3 pockets for all your scissors and bits and bobs. Noggins? They're not called noggins. What are they called? Notions. Notions, not noggins. For all your notions. So the bag itself is great. This might become my Halloween bag. I feel like it looks like a murder scene sort of occurred at the same time. It looks a bit blood spattered. It's not quite the look I was going for. I mean, it's a bag, I'll use it. It's colourful. I think the problem was I dyed it up. I don't really have anything very big, so I put it in one of those really useful bags that you can get from the supermarket. So I put it in there, put some water in, put some dye in, and it leaked. It leaked nice pink and blue and purple all over my kitchen work surface. So I quickly moved it from there into my sink, but the sink just wasn't big enough to fully fill it with water, and by then the colours had impacted, and yeah, it's a bit blood spattery. But it'll make a great Halloween bag, and I've learned from next time I'm going to go and buy like a bigger roasting tin and something that I can fit them in full length and cover them with water properly and do it that way. So I've got 4 more to practice on, so that wasn't bad for a first attempt. It's colourful. Okay, I'll put that one down. My last finished object, and just move that out of the way, is something I actually started last night. It's a crochet project. Started it last night, finished it last night, only took about 2 hours. So in schools here in the UK, obviously everything's a bit different with COVID, and my daughter's school, my daughter was wearing her earmuffs to school, so you know, bit of plastic, you know what an earmuff is. She was wearing those to school, and she was told by the teacher she wasn't allowed to wear them anymore because there was no room to store them, because they're not allowed to use their cloakroom facilities because it means getting too close to each other. So she needed something to keep her ears warm. She has a hat, but she needs to be able to fit this in a coat pocket. So I made a little ear warmer, and here it is. It's I'll put the pattern down below because I can't remember who it's by. I didn't write this one down. Did I write this one down? Oh, it's a simple, I can't read my writing. What does that say? Simple, oh my God, I can't even read my writing. I'll put it up below. Anyway, it's this beautiful purple sparkly yarn. It's because I'm doing this the second time, and I'm trying to remember what I said the first time. I shouldn't, I should just do it as if it's new for the first time, shouldn't I? Purple sparkly yarn with like a twist in the middle. Yeah, it's simple, nice ear warmer. Let me put it on, see if it fits me. Oh, it's a bit tight. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit tight on me, but as you can see, it covers the ears. It's very pretty up top. Just take that off. It fits my daughter because she tried it on this morning. Her head's smaller than mine. She's only 5. It fits her. So yeah, she's very happy with that. And because I have 2 children, 2 young children, the other one wants one. So, ta-da! A pink sparkly version, where the other one was purple. This one's pink. It's called Knitting Essentials. They were in a pound shop. They were 3 for 2. So I think it worked about 70p a ball, which is pretty good value, really. So yeah, that's my plan tonight, is to crochet up another one of those to match this one. And then we'll have 2 sparkly ear-warmered girls going into school. That's all my FOs, finished objects. I have some whips to show you. I've not been working as quickly through them as I wanted, but I'll talk about that in chatter at the end. We've just been really busy. So my first whip will be, what should we do first? Let's do this one. So when I cast off my Christmas socks in the Ryelite Sparkle, I cast on a pair for my eldest, using the Silent Night yarn by West Yorkshire Spinners. I really love this one. I'm going to try and fit myself a pair of these as well as my daughter. And here they are. Here's one, I should say. I finished one. And it's the Rose City Roll-Up pattern by Mara Catherine Bryner. There's no cuff, so it's just like a little roll top, which makes them super quick. It's quite big. She's got size 7 feet. She's 13, size 7 feet, bigger than me. So yeah, it's quite big, but it comes up really beautifully. And look at the sparkle. Oh, I do love these. So one down, one to go. cast on 64 stitches, and I always use a 2.5 because I'm quite tight tension, so I always go up slightly with my knitting needles for that. So I'm halfway through that, and I'd like to get the other one finished by the end of half term, by the end of this week, and then I can crack on with the third pair. It's good, isn't it? So next I'm going to show you my Halloween socks. They're not going to be done by Halloween. I might wear them next Halloween. I thought I might have had them done, but I haven't got round to it. So this is the bag. Oh yeah, by my lovely friend Ollie and Bella. Can you see that? And there's my little skeleton skull at the end. So they're in here, and I'm using Giddy Yarns. It's one of her Halloween colourways. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, here we go. Look at that. It's really beautiful, just so purpley. So many different hues of purple. It really looks like a witch's cauldron. And this one is, it's called, so it's by Giddy Yarns. And it's called Toil and Trouble Sock Blank. There we go. It's the first time I've used a sock blank. Quite like it. Yeah, it doesn't get everywhere. I haven't got to wind anything. So that works really well. And yeah, I've literally only just started. I'm on the cuff. And I don't know what pattern I'm going to make. I wanted something that's going to do justice to the yarn. So I don't want anything too, because it's quite dark, but it's also really patterny. I don't want to do just vanilla. I also don't want to do anything too lacy or with holes in, because I don't think you'll see it. So I was thinking of doing like a twisty, spirally one. I've seen a nice Kate Celine pattern that I like, and I think that'll show off. I think that'll show it off really well. But if you've got any recommendations of a nice pattern that you think will suit this yarn, that would be great. I've got these needles. I bought these needles off of Amazon because I only had 2 sets of DPNs and I wanted to cast on more socks, so I bought a third. But as you can see, they're really long. I obviously just didn't pay attention to the length of the needle when I ordered them. And it's fine, I can knit with them, but you know, they're like, this needle's sort of going off everywhere. So I feel like I'm knitting with a porcupine as opposed to a hedgehog. I mean, I like DPNs, but these are so long. So, but nothing falls off. There's always a bonus, isn't there? Nothing falls off of these. So anyway, these are literally just started. They won't be done by Halloween. But if you do have any pattern recommendations, pop them in the comments below. That would be lovely, thank you. Next is, oh, let's do this. So I was doing the staple linen top by Hoki Locatelli, and it's part of her Hoki Fall Cowl 2020. I'm taking part in that. And last time I think I've just done the back panel up to sort of the bottom of the armpits, yeah. So there's the back panel. So this is the neck, and then this is the armhole, and then you sort of increase where you'll join for the body. And I have now joined at the shoulders and done the top bit, or some of the top bit, some of the front bit. And there it is. So there's the front. As you can see, I've got a couple more inches to go, and I've just started to increase for the sort of under the arms. So it's coming along nicely. I don't think, it's a lovely colour. I don't think I'll be wearing this much before spring though, so I'm not going to rush this one. Well, actually, no, I am going to rush it. I'm taking part in a cowl. So I am going to have to get it done, aren't I? If I want to be a FO for the cowl. I think it's end of November. So I've got plenty of time. I've still got another month to get that done. And I think once I'm in the round, the body will just whip through, and it's sleeveless. Yeah. So there's no sleeves to do. So I think this one's going to work through pretty quick. The yarn is this one here. I can't say it, so I'm just going to put it up in front of the camera. And it's a beautiful purple. I don't know if it's coming across on camera very well because of the light, but it's a nice burgundy. I think in real life it's darker than this. It's a really nice burgundy colour, which I like. So I've made some progress on that one, so I'm pleased. what's next? I've got, okay, so I've got to get this right. So these are my Strictly socks. So Strictly is a yearly, Strictly Sock Along is a yearly sock along hosted by Starry Eyes Ali, who is Little Drops of Wonderful on YouTube. And it's run in conjunction with Strictly Come Dancing or Dancing with the Stars in the US. And what you do is you knit your socks while you're watching it. So I've started mine, well, I started them last time and I've made some progress. I'll just show you where I'm up to. So there's my progress keeper from last time. So I've knitted down here, I've turned the heel and I'm just on the gusset decreases. It's a go day heel, which is new to me. And I don't know if you can see, there's like lots of little holes. So I don't think I've quite done it right. But it's fine, I can patch that up from the inside and I'll try again on my second sock and just make sure it's probably something I've done not tight enough. So I'll do that again. But the pattern is the Lola sock by So Sweet Violet. And you can see the actual pattern is there. It's really, really beautiful. Let me try and hold it up. It's a 4-row repeat and 3 of the rounds are really simple. And the 3rd round is simple, but you need to concentrate. So it's great for television knitting, but I can't do it when my kids are around because I don't like being interrupted when I'm doing more than 1 round repeat, because otherwise I just forget where I'm at and I'm not very good at making notes and jotting things down. So so that's those. And the yarn is by Giddy Yarns again. And it's a Tutankhamun colourway, which was part of her Nostalgia Club. And this was the 1920s. So here on it, sorry. And it's a gorgeous golden yellow with bits of blue. And try and get that to focus. Don't know if it will. Blues and reds and greens. So it's really pretty colour and that'll look lovely when they're done. But I think we've got to the end of the year to get those finished. So yeah, no pressure, that's good. My other whip is, I've started a Coziest Memory Blanket. And this is by, get my piece of paper, by Kemper Ray. It's a pattern, found it on Ravelry. And it's just for using up scraps really. So I've been using random scraps that have been like extras when I've ordered yarn or given to me by friends or just left over. So I don't know what any of them are. I'm using size 12, I'm using straight needles, I'm using size 12. Can you see that? No, maybe. I'm shaking. Size 12 UK size. I don't know what that equates to. These are old needles that were my grand's and I just pick out anything that looks about right. And this is what I've done so far. So 6 squares. It's a really pretty pattern. That one's a bit sparkly. Can you see the sparkle? Yeah, so it's really pretty. And I look forward to increasing that. And it's really mindless, so it's great for television knitting. I've got a few more, they're all tangled up. A few more balls lined up. Drop one. For my next few squares. And then I'll have to wait for some more scraps, which I'll have once I finish all my whips. So that's motivation, isn't it? I have got 2, because this is the second time I've done this, I've put them away. I have got 2 new acquisitions, so I'm just going to go and get them and I'll be right back. I'm back. So I have bought, Mr. B Yarns has dyed up a few Christmas skeins this year and I've never ordered from him before, but when they went live, it was really, really quick. And as soon as I was people putting things in their basket, they were sold. So I was really lucky to be lucky enough to snag one. So this is by Mr. B. And this colourway is called Satsuma in My Stocking. I love that. I love Satsumas. Like Satsuma time of year is Christmas, isn't it? It's my favourite. And I don't know if you can see, it's like a pale blue, really pale blue with lots of some pink in it and lots of different coloured speckles. So there's some blues and it's not focusing today. I might have to look at a different camera. Can you see there's like some neon yellows, some bits of turquoise. Yeah, it's really, really gorgeous yarn. So this is a Christmas yarn. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Socks, hat, cowl, I don't know. But it was just too pretty not to have. So I bought that one. And then somewhere else was having a sale. I love sales, can't resist a sale. And you know, I'm trying to build my stash up, so a sale is a great way to do that. So this is from Viking yarns, Viking yarn, and this colourway is called Toffee Apple. It's coming across quite orange. It's a lot pinkier in real life. It's definitely pinkier, but I really wanted some plainer, more tonal skeins of yarn because there's so many pretty sock patterns out there, and I think sometimes with the colours I've got already, you can't see the patterns so well, and I really wanted some plainer ones so the patterns really stand out. So I'm excited. This will be socks. I don't know what pattern, but it will be a pair of beautifully, with quite an intricate pattern socks, so you can see the pattern really well. And these are 100% superwash merino wool, so yeah, excited to knit with those. Oh, sorry, I need a drink. Excuse me. I don't drink tea or coffee. I'm not your usual knitter. Yeah, I don't like tea or coffee. I like hot chocolate sometimes, but mostly I just drink squash or water, just to keep me hydrated. But I'm not a big drinker, so I need to remember to drink a lot more often. Okay, so future projects. That's all my sort of whips and acquisitions and FOs. Future plans, I've got to make another 2 hats. I've made 1 hat for one of my daughters, so I need to make another 2 because they've outgrown the ones they made them last year. So 2 more hats. I need to make another pair of Christmas socks. So when I finished that pair I've got on the needles, I'll cast on another pair of Christmas socks. And I'd really like to make myself a shawl. I haven't got like a wintry, like a thick shawl. I've seen some beautiful patterns. I don't have the yarn at the moment, so I've got to do all my Christmas shopping and then see where I'm at. And hopefully I'll have enough left over to buy a shawl quantity and yeah, make some really nice shawls. So I'm going to go pattern hunting first to see how much I need. And then I'll have a better idea of what I can buy. I love buying. So that's that. Last time on the last podcast, I said I would show you something I made when I was 14. It's like a knitted doll, and it's from the Jean Greenhouse books. I don't know if you know what they are, but they're basically knitted dolls and things like that. And they're really beautiful patterns. And when I was 14, I knitted a Cinderella topsy-turvy doll, and here she is. Isn't she beautiful? So this is her face. Now, obviously, when I was a lot younger, there was no YouTube or anything, so it was just a case of following the pattern. So I'm not very good at the eyes. You can see the black thread where I've gone between the 2 eyes. You can see it all between the eyebrows. So I'm not very good at that. But otherwise, she's got her little bunches. Sad face. She's not very happy. This is Ragdoll Cinderella. She's got her dress, her little duster for dusting. She's got some patches on her dress. Yeah, another one around there. And yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. I love the colours in this. So bright. But of course, as we all know, her fairy godmother turned up, and she went to the ball. So here she is. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? Here is Cinderella at the ball. She's got, yeah, so here she is. Here's beautiful Cinderella with her black eyebrows in between her eyes. She's got her beautiful posh hair, a little bun and some roses in her hair. She's got her fan to keep her cool. Lovely. And this is her little dance card, and it just says the prince on every line because that's the only one she danced with. He wouldn't let her dance with anyone else, so she danced with the prince all night. And this is her dress. She's got roses all around the dress, right the way around. Yeah. And then when midnight struck, she was back in her rags. I love this side, I think. Which is your favourite? Do you like Rag Cinderella, poor sad raggy Cinderella, or ballroom happy Cinderella, because she was dancing with the prince all night? Which is your favourite? Let me know in the comments below, I'd like to know. My favourite is this side, purely because of the brightness of the colours. I love the rags on her dress. This one's coming apart actually, need to fix that. Yeah, I love the rags on her dress, so she's my favourite. Love her. I think I'll try and show you something different each week, each podcast, not every week, each podcast. I've got a really nice crochet project that I made a few years ago for my daughters, but I haven't let them play with it yet because actually it's too nice and I'm frightened they'll ruin it, which defeats the object of making it, I know. But I'll show you next week, and then maybe I'll let them play with it. We'll decide next week. So, a little bit of chatter. It's been a busy few weeks. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, it was my daughter's 13th birthday, and it all went really lovely. We had family round. She went to the cinema with her friends. They had a sleepover and pizza. Yum. And she got lots of lovely presents that she wanted. So we bought her some Apple AirPods. She got some Nike trainers, plenty of money, lots of sweets, because, you know, who doesn't like sweets, especially 13-year-old girls, which is sharing. Yeah. Lots of sweets, and it was a really nice weekend. And as I talked about in my last episode, I made her some cakes out of the Nadia Bakes book. So I made some chocolate brownies. So we had a chocolate brownie base, then a layer of caramel, and then a layer of cheesecake. And they were absolutely delicious. I took the leftovers into work, and a colleague commented that they were a heart attack in a bite. They were really rich and really tasty, but I didn't get any pictures because they looked ugly. They didn't look like the pictures. I got some. I don't think I made enough cheesecake for brownie mixture, and it was all a bit patchy. And anyway, they didn't look very nice, so I didn't get any pictures. And I also made strawberry cupcakes, and so they were a little biscuit in the bottom, then a strawberry on top. Then you piped around the cake mix, which was made with clotted cream instead of butter. And then the strawberry icing was made with ice cream, and it was so delicious. They were really nice. But I think the problem is, again, they didn't look very nice because I made them in muffin cases. So I put it all in the muffin case, but when I piped the icing round, the muffin cases just were too big. So the cake cut thing didn't cover everything. It was all the whole strawberry, and it just looked awful. I should have used, I think, small cake cases, and it would have been much better. But they were really delicious, and I will be making both recipes again, without a doubt. So next time I make them, I'll take pictures and pop them up on Instagram so you can have a look. But I would definitely recommend the book. So many tasty recipes in there. I've got my eye on a pie, a nice brie and chicken pie. So or camembert and chicken. Cheese, that's all I care about. Cheese and chicken pie. So I'm going to make that next, I think. And then last weekend, you might have seen on Instagram, we went away. We went down to Cornwall for the weekend. We hired a caravan. Our holiday in May got cancelled, so we thought we'd treat the girls, and we booked a caravan. We only live in Devon, which is the southwest of England, so Cornwall's the next county to us, so it wasn't far to go. And it was really lovely. We went to a Haven site in Perranporth. Haven is it's a much more organised and structured caravan site, so there's swimming pools and entertainment, but that wasn't available to us at the moment. I think we could have paid an extra charge, but it wasn't the same, so we didn't want to do that. But on the Saturday we went down to St Mawes Castle, one of Henry VIII's fortifications, and we had a walk around there and some fish and chips. And then on Sunday the weather was just beautiful, really sunny. So we walked down to the beach from our caravan site, and it's about an hour's walk from the caravan site into Perranporth itself. So we walked along the beach, explored all the caves, had an ice cream when we got there. And on the way back, the girls wanted to go in the sea. And I mean, it's October, it's cold, but it was so sunny and they were really warm. So they were splashing about in their leggings and got soaked. And then my little one wanted to strip off because she got so wet she fell over. So she stripped off and then went splashing in the water, completely naked. So it was really nice. But the only problem is you go away and it's a lovely break. But I work Monday to Friday. So we had my daughter's birthday. Then I was at work all week. Then we went away Friday to Monday. And then I've been at work all week this week. So I haven't had a rest. Although we've had a break, it's not a rest. So I'm really tired and drained, and half term has come just the right time. And we have no plans this weekend, apart from this, twice. So yeah, it's really nice. So I'm looking forward to half term and having a nice relaxing week. We've not got many plans at all, so it'll be really good to refresh and do some knitting, hopefully. Yeah, so I think that's all my chatter. I've got a little clip of my weekend away, a video clip that I'll try and tag on to the end of this video. It's only like 25 seconds. But at the very end of it, it's a shot of my daughter's bottom. She ran in the sea. I'll try and cover it up with an emoji, but I put a picture on Instagram and it got taken down because it breached their guidelines. So I'll see what I can do. I don't want to jeopardise the whole video. I'll try and put a little emoji over her bottom. You'll get the gist. But that's it, I think. It's just so horrible rain and dark, so the lighting's not good, but I'm hoping to be back in 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, basically, I'll come back whenever I've got enough stuff to show you. It won't be every week. I haven't got the time at the moment. Work's really busy. But yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, which will be November. And it'll be like 4 or 5 weeks till Christmas. That's crazy. I'm really excited. But yeah, so it's going to be November, isn't it? Like next week. Wow. Excited. So yeah, that's all I have to talk to you about today. And I will be back in a few weeks when I have enough to show you. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. See you later. Bye.